and welcome back to my channel. I'd first like to apologise because I've actually got a cold at the moment, so I sort of sound a bit as though like a cloud has come over and is resting in my throat, and it's just sort of clouding and shrouding my voice. Shrouding? Is that the right word? Probably not. Basically I have a cold. Moving on. When I want to change something, sort of, I go through like phases every few months where I want to do something in my life and change something. Like I'll go through something and be like, you know what? This is what I need. Or like nothing's changed at the moment, it's just I've broken up from school, so I feel as though I wanted to do something drastic really. Not overly drastic, okay? I'm not wild. When I want to change something in my life, I will either change my hair up a bit, I will have a clothing sort through, or I will sort of change up my bedroom and like throw a lot out and get some new stuff in. So this time, it's the hair. It's not really showing all that well in this light, but I'll try and maybe insert pictures to show you just how it looks. So before you go grey, silver, any colour really, you are going to want as light hair as you can possibly get as the foundations to build a colour on top of, especially if you are going either a bright colour or an uncommon colour rather than brown. I decided to lighten my hair with the Jerome Russell Be Blonde High Lift Powder Bleach. Now this comes with 4 little packets. The little packets look like this, and there is 4 of them in each box. Now I am very familiar with this brand. I have used their highlighting kit twice to highlight / ombre my hair. You just get 4 of these in the packet, and then you pick up the peroxide that you mix with it and then apply to the hair as and when you kind of want it. So for the first round of blonding, I used the Jerome Russell Be Blonde 40 volume. This is the 31, however I used the 41 first time round as that is for more brown brunette hair, and then use the 31, which is this one, for blonde hair. So it is Wednesday evening. Is it going to turn out orange? Is my hair just going to fall out? At first I thought it was ginger, however after blow drying it and everything it turned into a sort of yellowy toned blonde, which I'm not very used to, as when I highlight my hair, lighten my hair, do anything with my hair that will make it go blonde, I tend to focus on like ashy toned blondes or cooler toned blondes rather than the warmer toned blondes. So it's the day after dyeing my hair. I'm gonna re-dye it again later on to get that sort of very blonde / platinum blonde hair colour. For now, my hair's looking this colour. It's very much yellowy toned. I wouldn't say it's orange. I did think it was ginger last night, but it's not as bad. But it's just very brown to blonde and not how I would normally have my hair. I'm not really used to this, but I'm going to go in with another round of hair dye later on, just so that my hair can officially drop off. And then I'm going to go in with the silver, which is going to be very, very exciting. I did the first round of blonde on Wednesday night, and then I couldn't do it on Thursday, so I bought the cream peroxide on Friday, and I then went on to bleach my hair, the blonde bits of my hair again, on Friday afternoon. I took about 20 minutes, I took about half an hour applying it, to be honest. I take my sweet time when I'm applying hair dye that I know will be ombre, so I want to blend it. I took about half an hour applying it, and then I left it for a further 30 minutes, so it was around 60 minutes, which is a lot longer than I would usually take. However, I did really want that very light blonde hair colour. Then the second time I did it, I applied it, and I only took about 15 minutes applying it, and then I would say I left it on for a further 20 to 25 minutes roughly. I don't actually have a clip of what my hair was like then. If you go back through my old videos, it's kind of the ombre colour it was back then, but a bit lighter, halfway between sort of this colour and the colour it was when I used to have ombre. From there I used the Knight & Wilson Colour Freedom Metallic Glory Permanent Hair Colour in the shade Silver Blonde. Now, what I find so interesting about this is the fact that it is a permanent hair colour. When I first decided that I wanted to do this, I wanted to go through this process, I knew that I wanted a permanent colour, as I find that semi-permanent hair colours just sort of fade really quickly. There are a variety of different shades. I found this, and as I said, the permanent hair colour idea sort of drew me to it. I bought Silver Blonde because I wanted it to be the sort of colour that I could then go blue or pink or lilac or any other colour that I wanted to after. I still wanted it to be just a very silver toned blonde rather than actually silver or literally grey. It suggests that you have very, very light blonde hair before, so it was about this colour, if not slightly darker. I applied it for, I'd say we applied it for about 10 to 15 minutes. It didn't take that long because I already had the blonde, and I just sort of filled in the blonde bits. And my sister, thankfully, thank you very much, helped me because I could not do the back. One thing I will say about the product is that there is a lot of it. It's meant for sort of all over hair dye, like if you've got blonde hair and you want to dye it silver, so you can, if you want this product, don't feel as though you have to get more than one. If you've got like my length hair and you want to go all over, do not worry about it because I had tons left over, so don't worry about that. And I just sort of left it on for about 25 to 30 minutes. It recommends 25 minutes, however, I left it on for that little bit longer just because I just wanted to be sure that it was actually working. So this is what the hair looks like. I've just taken my hair down. I haven't done anything special to it or anything. I'm very, very pleased with it. I know that it isn't quite the silver blonde that it is on there, and yes, it can, like, you guys might even argue that it's literally just blonde, but to me it is a very silver toned ashy blonde. Certain bits are more blonde than others. So overall I am actually extremely happy with this hair dye. I feel as though you would only achieve the blonde on the box if your hair was like white. So if you have brown hair like mine or even darker, you will definitely want to go through at least one, if not more, like I did, rounds of blonde hair dye before you reach that grey colour. Overall, I would really recommend this brand very highly. I think it's incredible. I think that you get quite salon quality results for the fact that it is relatively cheap. I don't know how much, so I'll leave it here somewhere. The instructions were really easy to follow, and it came with a cream developer that is just sort of like squirting into your hair one. Oh, hair dye everywhere. And the actual colourant, which looks horrific, but the actual colourant here that you mix into the cream developer, and you create a lovely mixture that you then apply to your hair. This isn't sponsored, I wish. As for the Jerome Russell High Lift Powder Bleach, I do like this product because I think it's really handy having these little powder sachets at home and then going on to buy the cream peroxide as and when you want it. It's a very cheap product. These are, I bought mine from Boots and I think it was £1.69, under £2, and then you mix with one of these, and this sort of set can cost anywhere between about £2.50 to about £6 roughly. If you are wanting to highlight your hair or ombre your hair, I wouldn't particularly recommend this kit, especially if you are not used to dyeing your hair and it's like a first time sort of thing. If you are like taking an interest in the brand, I would so recommend the brand. The brand is incredible. Jerome Russell is definitely one of my favourite hair care, hair dye brands. However, I would recommend the highlighting kits over these just because they don't give you that yellowy orange tone as much. They give you a bit more of an ashy tone. They're a bit easier to use because they come with one of those caps that you can like pull the hair through. Comes with like a mixing brush, a bowl to mix all the stuff in, whereas with this I sort of had to use like a box and a spoon, which isn't great, but it's okay. On the other hand, I would recommend these if you have, say you've got like red hair and you want to get back to blonde, or you want to sort of get rid of the colour to then do something like this, then yeah, sure, use this. Like, this is good for if you then want to go on and do something else, so you're not overly worried about the colour too much. And again, as I said before, it's really affordable, so either of these I would highly recommend. This more over this, just because I am really happy with the results. I know that you guys might not like it, like some of you will think, why couldn't, like, what was wrong with the brown? But to be honest, it probably will all get chopped off before I return for college next year. But that's the point of it. That's why I didn't go all over my hair, just because with ombre, the good thing about it is the fact that you can just chop it off and pretend as though it never happened. I'm much willing to test out a few more of these from the brand. I think that it is a very clever brand. I think that they've targeted it quite well. Like, the market is definitely there for a permanent like grey and silver hair dye. There's ones from Schwarzkopf, I think that's how you pronounce it anyway, that do like their iconic pillar box red, the royal blue and the purples, but there wasn't anything like this. And as you can see here, there are a variation of different colours, so if you are interested in doing something like this, or perhaps you've got ombre and you want to do something like I have, then I would 100% recommend it. And also I would definitely recommend wearing like dark red lipstick, because it looks quite cool with it. And also, I've got like, my eye colour's really odd. It's sort of like, I used to think it was blue, but my eye colour has got tones, like small tones of like a light green, but I think I might have like grey blue eyes. I didn't really notice until the teacher pointed it out to me last year. My English teacher pointed it out to me. But yeah, apparently I have grey eyes, so this brings out the grey tones of my eyes, so that's always fun. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to thumbs it up, leave a comment down below if you would ever consider this, if you've got any other sort of colourant brands, as for all we know I might end up going like rose gold with my hair. How cool would that be? Make sure to subscribe if you are new. I really hope you are having an excellent week, and I will see you all soon. Bye!